for lawyer AFENYO Markins. Akwaba.
Yeja, Omahin. Music and Simara meant anyway, Funina, one fan chum there meant to member do her what time I yenna jitum the Yababa. A German Messama Akoyano on the Yenanum Dom Kumafo. 1 year, and she said there were Baba sitting by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. so no one bay or a day at one. In fact, we had to start sitting because Nastel we are from one and there were some few important government business to be done. Until now, the major cherry. Until my pacho near Damna, oh yeah, Mayor Mazifa. Until one fan check.
But okay, 2 p.m. Is it in relation to Omoret or Muchobas? They always be appearing.
Yes, what's it? So normally, sir, yen at all in case in Bada, they would go in solidarity until they open court, and that has been it. And once they wrote to the speaker and gave that indication, meaning that each day of court sitting, Parliament will start late. Unfortunately, that is where we are.
But I'm sure these matters should be resolved on these issues about, say, a member of Parliament, quarter, whether MPP or NDC, the attempts to be part of the process now. What do you want to achieve? That to intimidate or to show solidarity or to do what? To change the course?
I think it's more of solidarity because...
but I'm think it through because I'm sure you are there representing our interests as Ghanaians, not a particular person or a political party. But that's another matter that needs to be looked at because it's very unfair.
I would want us to discuss this matter.
But leader, say when you say it's unfair because and you may be a Ghana bit mine be an asana montu alcohol to a lot of processes. I'm not holding brief for anybody, but I think the Ghana factor should always be on the higher side.
The Ghana factor must
it should be winning, of course.
But it's also an election year and people apply all manner.
We should not see the election year as a year that all manner of things that are weird and unnecessary, very much avoidable, because it's election year, so we can do things just for that sake. It's not fair. Because meaning is because of Omaini ever court, Ghana. So that's why we should be asking ourselves that when people are elected into office, are they serving interest of individuals or political parties or the Ghana factor near the core? Because at the end they Ugobun couldn't for our mere Ghana for. So members of parliament, Mr. Brasim, including the majority, the vice president, who is now the flag bearer, our reporters are also telling us same. So where is Ghana? Leader, where is Ghana? Only time our reporter is giving us feedback is an empty house. We are number that technical aspect next year, and yet the move a year honor chess, your committees, but committees leader have been one of the committees. So how is Parliament? The Parliament that is giving us 2 reports on a certain IGP inquiry. This is serious. Are you aware, leader?
No, I'm not aware.
The Parliament that a report about the chairman claims that he has no idea of that report. Are you aware?
Me one radio. So I think.
But you're in Parliament, leader.
Yeah, but musical catch on. I'm not aware. You use the word. Are you aware? I'm not aware.
But one.
Well, I'm yet to know the details, so I would find out.
But you know about the case, the inquiry, the IGP matter.
It was a matter of public knowledge.
But leader, so him.
There.
Say, it's a sense of interest to him. But what is to say, report now?
Now, mine, it be agenda. I win him. Of course, but I mean, people wake up and set an agenda. People plan that, and they obey the Mazi. So it makes it difficult for you to even know that the Masemi or a genuine national interest. I've been in politics for a little while, and I've been in Accra politics for a little while, and you and I know. You and I know. You and I know. We know what we know, and we know what we know. So sometimes I feel sorry for the country.
Sometimes
I feel very sorry for the country and our democracy, because it means that a new bino one to try and joke. A new bino one can then no, I will allow this. You are gone. You and I know,
and that's a serious matter.
It is. I mean, it's very worrying. And sometimes I'm saying, I'm saying, it's your creeper. My bin warrior ni. Them not. I'm not for plot. You know, newspapers mo bia obia tro bibi was akasha konebi. You know, I remember those days. Your opposition until we came into government, and I must confess, na maintains maybe I say. Sometimes you will be there. Intindana yenu okuja to black and others was wukita documenta na masro mese akompoko. Because some of these businessmen, they go and tender. When they win, glory to God, they go to God, take chapel and do thanksgiving. If they don't win, then they are looking for parliamentarians. They come to parliament, we experience it in opposition. They come and give you 1,001 reasons why there is corruption. Then also, and then they themselves will connect the media. You know, before I realize it's all over. You are the donkey in the stable without knowing. You don't know anything. Yes. So these days, you always, if you are a serious politician, you must ask yourself, who is the donkey? Be careful, it's not you. If you are not careful, you immediately become a donkey. Maybe you are the donkey without knowing. You must ask yourself, because I'm not for Sora. How to undo others, how to destroy others, how to plot, how to do, and that is what. But leader, that is unfortunate. Yeah, very well. That's why I was coming to. Now, my story, near both time is just to undo, to outsmart, and to. Now Ghanaian businesses are suffering. Tax exemptions here, Akemi. Right now, issues or no, leader, not issues or it's very pathetic. These matters of tax exemptions is going because Obiri share the sebi as he obeying grant exemption now about poor companies. Institution swear deba now uncoffee to my employee, but the folks yankuntia I had them companies in Waba Obenyiska and Shana Wababwa Aben. Is that correct? Let us look at ABR tax exemption regime and for abuse. So be no catch them there. AFENYO marking. I support the government on the following conditions. ABR 1, condition number 1. The tax exemption should be granted. However, Parliament should legislate as a regime. It will be difficult for the person to abuse it. I'll say yes, this person is being patriotic, because we also don't want people to abuse it. In Zamana Krabana, it's about your factory should be the same in Zama. Raw materials should be the same thing. There must be proper accounting, and there must be a transparency. That I agree. But this whole thing there, attack or you be an agenda. One point to chief executive be what institution be, then unkofunu no say in the one fayinsha haman, one fayinsha to frustrate the person. At the end of the day, people forget that this is a country. How many Ghanaian businesses are surviving today? How many Ghanaian businesses have become multinational? How many Ghanaian businesses can say they have become generational businesses? It's difficult. But there are foreign companies, and Oman, have you also realized that in all our political discourse, as if there's somebody has warned us that this is a no-go area. Have you realized any foreign company that has been put on the banner? Edding. When a foreign company wins a bid, it's not corruption. When it's a Ghanaian business, or corruption. Maybe politicians is no mama room for that. And a central for to some extent, I agree with you. To some extent, I agree with you. That is why we, the political class, must be careful. But maybe that's why they will single you out and say, you are misrepresenting what the NDC always wants to say on matters of free SHS, especially your description and interpretation of they deliberately trying to run away from. But that is what they are doing. I'm a leader of government business. My job is to lead government business on the floor of the House. My job is to inform Parliament of policy decisions of the executive, because by the seat I sit on, I attend cabinet. My job is to liaise with all the ministers as their primus and relate to Parliament. So if by the grace of God, Abense free SHS policy opedo all the enactment ozeba oze embrazeba na embrano regulate, then I announce it on the floor as part of a business statement. Now minority ranking member on education or NDC for one spokesperson on education oba no bakade onte free SHS and they are opposed to it. One penny. What again? Is it not speaking for them? And then the NDC party machinery, the headquarters of the party, issued a statement that they are against the bill. They are rejecting the bill. They are opposed to the bill.
For a good reason.
What is their reason?
But you can't just oppose without a reason.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying there. It was rather too early for them to say that they are opposing the bill when they have not even seen the bill. You have not seen the bill. By mere announcement of the coming into force of a law, you say no. Same as they oppose the free SHS itself. Kufuor's health insurance policy, wasn't there an enactment to back it? Didn't NDC say the Waba power will be a one time premium, one-time premium, meaning that they were going to amend the law and make it mandatory and make it one-time premium there. It's your cry into you for the rest of your life. What be what me? So there is precedence that all major social intervention policies are backed by law. So what Akufo-Addo is doing is not new. He only want to fortify it. Now, let's go a bit into law.
More fear be able to do law.
No fear. No. Fear of what? Don't even go there.
More fear be said.
There is no fear of anything. What we want to do is to ensure that we enact the law to bind all of us to create a new national psyche, which will lead us into a certain point. That look, as a country, Damazi free SHS is non-negotiable. Free SHS is non-negotiable. However opposed the NDC is to it, is non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. We want to force the free SHS on them. Make sure that they don't in any way stand in the way of the free SHS.
That's only some of the issues they've raised.
Don't mind them. What's their quality?
No, but that's very important.
They've raised them with statistics.
They've raised
average. What has been the average performance since the free SHS was introduced, as compared to when they were in office, when we had no free SHS? Today the average exceeds 60%. In their time, it was less than this. To the extent that their own flag bearer, mesmerized by the performance of the student, now was raising doubt. You remember, he passed some comments, trying to more or less ridicule the performance of the student.
That we know.
I don't want to repeat those words. Now they talked about infrastructure. I challenge every NDC activist, including their communicators, to go to all secondary schools in the country and come out and tell us that they haven't seen a single infrastructure development since the introduction of free SHS. This government has expanded infrastructure, is building new schools, including the e-blocks. E-blocks now are one major policy initiative. They could build only 27. When we came, we built 31 more and commissioned them, and they are in use. We have even done better than their own policy on e-block day schools. Apart from that, we have built more secondary schools. Today, all the 58 vocational technical institutions have seen massive, I repeat the word, massive infrastructure development. What do I mean by massive? One, they have seen new administration blocks. They have seen new classroom blocks. They have seen new boarding facilities. Okay, and they have seen new building and construction equipment. Every single NVTI in the country. Omain assembly wa a challenge one. I will not come and sit on this your respected platform and spew lies, engage in propaganda. So I'm throwing a challenge to every NCDC communicator to come back and tell me the government vocational training institution it has not been considered. And I'm telling you that Winneba, we used to have 320 the population of the Winneba Vocational Training School. 320. 1 year, one vocational training schools by a free, secondary school is free. Now it's gone to 1,300. 1,300. So it tells you one thing, that when we had the free SHS minus our NVTIs, there were people who were still sitting at home and I won't go school. Now when we made that 1-2 free, we have seen an increase in enrollment. As at today, we have 1.6 million Ghanaian youth, teenagers, adolescents in secondary schools, as compared to the 800 we came to meet in 2016. So it means between 2017 and now, we have had an astronomical increase in terms of enrollment by a figure of 600,000. So from Kwame Nkrumah Nabredo, back in 2016, you were talking about 800,000. Yet within just 7.5 years, you have 600,000 more. Now school will be opening. New free SSS students will be going. So you can imagine how the numbers will go up again. This government cannot claim perfection. This government cannot claim the NBBI 100%. But that in spite of all the challenges, MPP Aben is far better than the NDC. Look, it be someone there, and you be a row, and now NDC for they have a new vision for this country. Now it's the same old NDC party members in parliament who were ministers, who were misgoverning this country. I'm making a point.
It doesn't hold.
No, I'm not. You see,
it's a party.
I'm making a point. Party. Yeah, so that's what. So
but what is new about the MPP?
But it is a subset that add up to make the whole.
No, I'm saying that. What is
the individual members that make up the party?
I'm asking. So what is new about this NPP that is seeking to break the 8 for Ghanaians to believe?
Okay,
what is new?
Very well.
These are the same old MPP people
who have done better than the NDC.
Well, that is your measurement.
But don't forget that's a measurement.
That's a measurement. Because people will also tell you times are tough. Look at all the indices and the indicators. They are not favorable for business community. Look at how young men are exiting the country. You cannot simplify it by saying that the performance of the MPP is superior to that of the. What are the lenses? What are the indicators? These are what we have to look at.
Thank you very much. Good points. So, issue number 1. Let's do electricity. When NDC was in office, utility tariffs were increased. Huge. People were complaining. We in opposition then said that government should reduce the tariffs. They said RAZ MEDIA, and they say so publicly. The lead communicator was the president then, President John Mahama.
That we should pay realistic prices.
Realistic prices. Now, we made a promise, so we will reduce the tariffs. In 2018, a major announcement was made to PURs,
correct,
where households enjoyed as much as 18%, you're reducing electricity tariffs up to 30%. Industries, the mining companies got huge rebates. The point I'm making here is that Sanche NDC is so now I would jump into why I say we have done better. And if they were in government, things would have been worse. You reduce them percentage. What's 1% So I'm saying that the same NDC in Babakacho there. Sebe. yembo yan moze no onu botum wa yenie ya catch and the debi onya no kwar because per your track record no you said certain things were not possible. Two young for afarfo Shasifi Axim Fabra Commander Edina Fetwem Bramore apa efutu bra eyi wo friend Jamestown na foko kodukata and this foko bobosia wo China damu bosia no wo friend CDB facility China Development Bank loan bosia na woko boy no what's there was bi rebebesi wo friend landing beach site wo besi say abo waf. Now let me tell you what happened. After 2 years, Busana Woko Bonupon, there were what we call penal charges, pre-disbursement charges. In other words, the Chinese told the government, they look, yeah, scan ready. Now say, Ambe scanning tema, you will pay a penalty. And Ghana was paying penalty for non-disbursement. After 2 years, they came back to Parliament to say that why the BBI offer capping. So from under NDC, there was nothing like a facility, a major infrastructure, cold store, the WAF for our fisher folks. Nyana for we enya hwe yemfi ho. Akufo Adubay. Obey no. The same year, 2017, one day Akufo Adubay, osido oboko akope bosia na we base landing this site. Me no can say Asempa FM. 13 of the coastal communities are benefiting from landing beach project, including Efutu. In there, so afrofo ehumi tuwo epoda won so tribute. NDC wotumi here the mazia. Yes, wo Keta. Yes, wo Jamestown. Yes, wo Mori. Yes, wo Senya. Yes, wo Efutu Winneba. Edinumpo Amina Zizpo Wewe wa commission. Yes, we discover. Now, sir, the mazi na sir NDC yok only a bentum went to 1 year. No so about show there. Onu or a member who you and NDPP into about what about we want to mona. No who can the match him there. Me to me there in Zimmerman 100%. And on mine, Kasa, you are preaching to the converted. I'm a businessman. I know the challenges. You know that the dollar is not good. Of course, it's true. You know that the dollar is not healthy for local businesses. I can't deny and I won't deny. I must not deny because that is the truth. But you and I also know because we're a businessman. We go for the radio to Pepe. But when you're a businessman, and you're there just last week. China, freight, alcohol, we're increasing more than 3 times. How does it affect businesses? Now explain. Or you give and take. No. Does it affect businesses locally or not?
Leader Kogo was
oh, come on.
Leader, you go. No. I'm here to ask questions.
No, you are not. We are having an interaction.
I'm here to ask questions. So, leader,
these are there. Prices now cost so I order BB. I'm invoice. In fact, I ordered for some things. The manufacturer had given me an invoice. He came back and told me there we change as you know it has gone up by more than 50%. Price are not
justifying or equalizing. Which one is it for Ghanaians to understand?
No, Oman, you are not being fair.
But I'm saying justifying.
Oman, you are not being fair.
We admit that times are tough.
So what I'm saying is that because we are in political competition and you have another political party or Abakade and or when you musician ayanti we hear the church and same I had a man the many pon botum waka kakase bi na obi afamonten as if the mumba mumbazin but on was it too many man also to me yet share simple things a teacher training allowance a nursing training allowance ever see
But so who disagree for a purpose.
Remember.
The approach to your approach, you know, is like the progressive.
What's that they cancelled it too.
For a reason.
They cancelled it.
But attach reasons.
They cancelled it. What's the Sikeni Ghana? What's the Aben Misika? That is why they cancelled it. Now let's move to even recruitment into the public sector. Nurses, teachers, and then this abroad, they had a backlog of over 7 years. I'm not saying that today we don't have a backlog, but we were able to clear all this backlog. In can what for Umpuria, I had 1 year, 2 years. What's 1 more 3 month back pay? In there, so we regularize where you get everything that you are entitled to. I know there were backlog of 2 years, but NDs are building no backlog here. Inflation, is it not better today? Mama brother and submit propaganda be a warrior. I want to address it. University of Ghana Medical Center. I want to address it. And Obibe say facts are sacred. Facts. No cause a car in show. In America, I'm ending the phone bawa a push one. Share 2017, just after the election. Na yen one ma Akufo-Addo aben in Betine Gwado. Now I'm paying Mahama or commission phase 1 of University of Ghana Medical Center. Or commission in his speech. This was a project young papa Atamos are winning baby say Yamin Fani Crazy or initiative and or commission phase 1. Phase 1 no or commission we no. Or man paying Mahama na some or Kenya there. Says ya no azanu we phase 1. But answer na University of Ghana Medical Center and obey your operational. No way to na why a facility obotum we tua a counazen chida aben fofo no urban we to wakobobusia to complete the phase 2.
That's true.
Now without the phase 2, the phase 1 could not have been what? Operationalized. 2018 to undertake the project to import equipment, modern machinery for medical services to make it operational. Check the records.
So
check the record.
The phase 1 of the University of Ghana Medical Center has been commissioned by the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on Wednesday, 4th January 2017. A well-attended ceremony. In his address, the President cited the influence of his predecessor, the late John Evans Atta Mills, in initiating the project, and reminded the audience that development is a painstaking process. He noted that the construction of the Medical Training and Simulation Center wing of the hospital will improve the training of medical personnel, attract the youth and medical professionals to further their studies in medicine and allied sciences, and will help to ameliorate the perennial problem of the brain drain. The President expressed the hope that the incoming President of the Republic will give the hospital a 5-year operational capacity before allowing it to be self-financing. His Excellency extended his appreciation, and he goes on and on and on and on.
Okay, the Ochoado Kadesikano Abenfo Frono, non for the story. Also, the Akufo-Addo government must look for the money. Also, she reporting.
I just have to look at
also, I mean, show video no. No, for all the so so. Also,
okay.
Oh, share. Many are no MPP communicators. No man can say mention. Someone ya kukudri. No more face ye nuanumia. De biano. Waba can say me guyano do. Share you know Benny on ya 100% mijitum. But as Benny has solved major problems, sir. Sebi. On ya adwinpa na memu papa in Ghana. On ya share on my COVID bay. Me yankwajumo. But aben ejuma yenyi bi enyu obaka de aben ze ne ka obusum krumpo. Aben make sure de ejuma yafu wetu waka. Shenda yen police service. Mesema ayefwe waye. Recruitment aben eyaman police fine wo Ghana. Ye pon ejuma enifa yakofia. Within a various vantage point. You feed the wire dodo, or doesn't put dodo. Who is paying them? Who recruited them? Motorbikes now police for ride in Accra, ensuring the peace of the capital city. Who pays them? Is it not through government initiative? Are we hearing of armed robberies and insecurity every now and then? Once we are praising the police service, we must commend the government for helping the police to discharge its duties to the people of Ghana. And the NDC, all these massive recruitment, why couldn't they do it to protect lives and property? And you know, for me, when I look at them, mission one, now I say, now one the same people, I know what being, the same attitude what it is a kufo na be tema kufo in the free SHA health insurance pa kufo introduce what criticize metro mass kufo be what criticize all the major interventions obey school feeding they criticize free maternal care and this criticize. Meanwhile they had been in government for 20 years and they couldn't implement any. So some now ask myself, is it a matter of jealousy or what? But I the MPP for you, they piano as some no penny copy in the moment there was one propaganda was Armenian. But this time around, I'm encouraging my party members. Obi eniwa wa radio duko. Obi eniwa wa do obe church and same, especially your ministers. One from be one church in Zama warrior and Zama okodo. NDC is one young beer. No one church him so that NDC ni banos or the propaganda reba. Ni pane with the no call more than
but leader, you talk about propaganda when the feeling is really real. Times are tough. Forget about business. Times are tough.
Yes, but
times are very tough. You agree to that, leader?
It's a matter of fact, Omahin. It's a matter of fact. But it is better as compared to having a government that could not perform to assume the reins of government again. It will be worse if you allow NDC to come back. It will be worse because it's the same old people. Man, this argument you're also not getting into it.
Leader,
no, because for every country it is more governed by a political party at a point.
That's fair. That's fair.
Good. Thank you for saying it is fair. Now, has NDC governed this country before?
They have.
Now let us look at the interventions we've introduced. Weren't they saying that these things could not be achieved?
But these interventions,
no, I'm asking.
How well have you executed majority?
Have we executed them?
Well, how well have you executed most of them?
It is better than zero. It is better than zero.
One district, one factory, one village, one dam.
I'm saying that it is better than zero. Even if you underperform by 20%, you are better than being zero.
Creating opportunities for the youth to be engaged, to be employed, to feel safe.
Haven't you seen all the recruitment in the immigration service? Haven't you seen the
Abambia bus of Fenipa?
No, but
are you talking about
quantum and the quality and the visibility? Haven't we seen the police on our streets? In Winneba, the total police force in Winneba as of 2016 was 90. Today, the total police force in Winneba is over 350. Go and check. I think the Minister of Interior must even come and give the figures and put them out and see how the increase in recruitment into police alone.
Which manner of people are you recruiting? The Ghanaians or MPP people?
Oh, please. Granted, they are MPP people. Are they not Ghanaians?
So that is for the security service.
I'm saying that granted.
See, I'm funny say.
Oh, young MPP for. I'm Ghana for. What about your police are telling? Say young fan of MPP for. What's your police are telling? Was uncle for.
Let me buy into the issue of feeding our security agents with partisans.
No, please. Omahin, Ghana hire will be abonoma. Ghana will be abonoma. Ghana will be abonoma. Obia house address again. Obia to Abama party be. So don't let us trivialize the argument.
But it should not be the norm.
No, but I'm not saying that. You see, that is another NDC propaganda that if you are not careful, you buy into it. Are we recruiting foreigners into the police service?
Ghanaians.
Thank you. Are we recruiting foreigners into immigration?
Ghanaians.
Are we recruiting foreigners into fire service?
But it doesn't take away
I'm saying that
the processes if there are challenges with the processes.
Are they being trained? Don't they go through training? Police if I will ride bicycle, what do them chroma, what boy yamu bani, or yeah, phobia. Oh my, you see, let me tell you something. As an acquired obi, our BCB, or promise BCN, the over rent 2-bedroom, no one cuts no. After a while, no, or in the Katina Bushefi, na Zicha, Nkumafo, wash an air roba. Na a one egu. Na be say ordinary raro who waken ya beyin foforo ma yeden oyina wa waran na beyin foforo no we tum wa ko rent 2-bedroom
far better than Bushefi no.
Correct. Na kakra oyina ti ewu be say no rukogoma na wo ikunda da no etitankwancha o ukunumpo wentum wantoda yamo.
But you promised, but you could not do it.
You promised, you couldn't do it. Ene ka say Bushefi na we je yaba. But in na but besia no odwenu kwechira obehye be ayi obakaka da fioko but besia wan dwena kwechi ni she will get emotional oba na mukweyi no na raho na chi wada na ina kasha kona ba intena akoye je awar na twempuna.
So in effect the MPP is better than the NDC.
It is obvious. The facts are there. Omahin, the facts are there. First we are accusing you there. Yeah, the free SHS Abba. There are no classroom blocks. Omahin, are you seeing students, lying?
We cannot eradicate that. Maybe if we improve on that.
That's what I'm saying. Omahin, I can't say 100%. That would be unfair to say that. I can't say 100%. But children, our students are not sleeping outside. Feeding in our boarding schools can be better. It can be better. But it's not in a worse state. I am saying that the situation can be better. But if it's all about the two political parties, and that is what I want people to understand. If you are judging MPP in absolute terms,
terms,
yes, you can give us any marks. But if you are comparing, that one we have to debate it, because it says MPP you are, and this is no, because they are the next biggest political party. So my question is that mahama say Godono. All these improvement changes that we are seeing, they said it's not possible. Beat Ghana a national ID cards. How many could they do? They could not even do up to 100,000.
But they did something.
I'm saying that they could not do up to 100,000. Today,
all over.
It's all over. And you see the impact, because we have some inbuilt impact on your visible. In the into me we has a keke, ne inform you'll be caught. In there we have systems in place that they can track you easily. The Ghana card is linked to a lot of things. On me yenya bambo wabra yehu. Ana meka da santa asomdwe inya enwunu mfaso chide bia inya asomdwe. So I'm saying that and this into mbamba nkade they are better. Because even now we have 6 months into election, was a 5 months. Ask them what is their game changer policy. What is their game changer policy?
Maybe you've not followed the 24-hour economy.
Okay,
maybe you've not followed other policies. For instance, the driver's pension, the driver's pensions. Maybe you've not followed what they want to do. Hold on. Maybe you've not followed what they want to do at the other universities. You've not followed it. Maybe you don't even know that your jaja ukada business no regulating that front legally. You have no idea. Maybe you don't know that the creation of opportunities for the youth.
Adabraka, I would want an opportunity to sit with an NDC leader for him to explain what they mean by all that they are saying. When we said free SHS, we meant free SHS, and we implemented it.
There were challenges.
A tangible policy. Wait, a tangible policy. Is there a tangible policy coming from the NDC? No. What is tangible about all that they've been saying? For instance, many people were complaining about the Winneba Kaswa Road, and
that's correct.
The traffic over Budubram.
That's correct. That's correct.
That was a tangible challenge. Are we doing it? Are we fixing the road?
Are we not worried about how Okada is just being destructive on our roads? Are we not worried? Are you not worried?
So what are they saying? What are they saying?
Of course, they are bringing in electronic motorbikes that will regulate the front.
Wait,
Hold on. I don't know what you're saying.
Start again.
Have you not listened to
listeners?
Have you not listened to that conversation?
No. What are they saying?
So be catch some of the electronic motorbike said, but two to regulate the front.
No, wait.
And ensure.
No, what is electronic motorbike? What's better than electronic motorbike for info? No.
That's a Muslim Tesla.
Oh my, Nyabuta. My brother Mr. Nyabuta.
No,
my brother Mr.
I don't know what you mean.
Maybe so there. What's NDC for say? Saboba Bema was it electronic motorbike. Aben is electronic motorbike. Baba.
To ensure.
No, was it for him for the for Baba?
Oh, but some assemble cars. Why are you
asking me this? Maybe
I don't speak for the NDC.
But you are bringing the matter.
These are some of the things that I've heard.
What about? No, was Aben then? And Kukobuo, Yabenya and Kokon Kitten. Is that the thing that you are talking about?
But don't even say that.
No,
you don't understand that policy of it. And people going now, but honorable. You know that when you were growing up, these things were not new.
Wait,
in our backyards, Akoko Sebi, which be Toko.
You please. Abeni said and this is for the power. Tell already I confirm power was a bear no. Went to my name confirm. Now they are saying that Wabomobia Akukobu. Tell
they never said that.
No, but let's read. Oh no. Listen to the voice. Play the video. There's a video and there's an audio. I have watched the video where former President Mahama Kade Wabama Obia Akukobu na Ankuko Nebia Wamo Akuko Neziban. Omahin, look. Omahin. Oye. Oman oye.
Well, if you've just joined that, the leader in Ghana's parliament, majority leader, AFENYO MARKINS and Nedutwe Nkomo. The time check, 39 minutes after 5. I Asempa 94.7. Ikusi saying, quick one from for Clement Park. Making kind of quickly, then member back to our conversation. We'll be getting into your party and then what you have for us. So, Honorable Clement Park says that leader is misinforming the public. At no time did the minority or the NDC say it was opposed to the proposed bill. He has been most unfair to the ranking member on education. The ranking never said what he has been repeating. In any case, the minority leader who speaks for us is on record to have stated on the floor to the media that we will support any bill on free SHS if such a bill is intended to address the implementation challenges and will make the program sustainable, just as in the voice of his side, so is Ato. So why does he keep pushing an accusation against us which he knows is untrue? Dr. Clement Park and leader all the way at the abroad. So this one says that all what leader is doing is mischief and propaganda with a hidden agenda to rebrand his failed candidate and government. Can you please ask leader what he said when he was in opposition when the dollar was going for 1,238? Do I hear the leader saying we are just criticizing his incompetent government because of jealousy? I'm disappointed in the leader for taking us for granted this afternoon. Is leader saying they have not messed up the economy, suppressed freedom of speech, and use power to destroy the judicial system in Ghana? Also, can a leader be honest to say this? Government is not engaged in many corruption allegations that were swept under the carpet. For me, I will advise the leader to please help Baumia to rearrest the dollar that has broken jail. No amount of mischief, distortion, and propaganda for leaders to throw construction stones in Winneba or our eyes. This MPP government is not the best in the history of the Fourth Republic, which the leader knows, but because of politics, he will not speak to it. And this is Paul the Soso Ewo, United States of America. Mensa Majid say, okay, so I don't get where Mensa don't just bring up those matters I've told you. And Kumi, please ask him where all this intervention money, please ask him where all this intervention getting money from. a lot is from VAT, and what did they say? Okay, so you want to talk about when the VAT was being introduced, what the MPP said. So I want you to respond to Clement Apak, Honorable Doctor.
Honorable Dr. Clement Apak, you and I know that I raised this issue on the floor of the House. Your side prevented the ranking from speaking.
Hey.
You watch your videos and you know, Sebi.
Papa.
Member radio do na menka asama obi baka kafa bibi abaka da meboa men tumi ye da manze. When the ranking member said that he is opposed, the NDC is opposed to the free SHS bill, I brought it to the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker himself was in the chair. The man was seated there. The NDC leadership walked to him. Go and watch the videos. Play it. Let your TV station Joy go for the tape and play it for Ghanaians. They stopped the man from speaking. I raised it 3 times when the ranking member was seated to come and say no. Then they later said, oh, Ato Forson has spoken for them, so he is their spokesperson. Atibida. Now, what they have also forgotten that their party headquarters issued a statement that you oppose to the free SHS. What did they say to that? Maybe Dr. Apak is not aware.
Until the challenges and the
No.
are given.
I am saying a bill that you have not seen. How do you say you oppose to it? It tells you the kind of palpitation that goes through their system.
The both free SHS now.
When free SHS, what bozina, they palpitate. Wanakuma, no wakumetu. That is what they go through. Because it's not a policy that they want to support. I will not misquote Honorable ranking the MP for Akachi North. I respect him so much, but I've raised this matter on the floor of the House 3 times. Each time I did, he was prevented from responding. I will tell you the truth, Omahin. I will gain nothing from coming here to lie. And I'm saying that any day, I'm ready to debate the NDC on issues on your platform. You see, they throw dust into the eyes of people.
Dust.
And I'm saying that MPP government, in 100%, dollar sema working. It is a reality that the dollar, the city is having challenges. But don't forget that last year, thereabouts, dollar no crawl even beyond 15%, almost hitting 16, and it came all the way to 7.8. It came down again. True or false?
True.
Did they commend us?
That's your responsibility.
No. Yes, but
that's your responsibility.
I agree.
Yeah.
But when you do it well, you must be commended. When you don't do it well, or when things get out of hand, you get criticized. What did they say? And I'm saying there, look at all the prices of products going up astronomically on the world market. Wouldn't Ghana be affected? But that is a reality.
It's a global.
Isn't that global challenge?
It's a global one. But regulating the front, that's why the minority have a difficulty with KTM on Alaji on this matter of cement.
Oh, we've resolved it. Cement.
Resolved?
We resolved it in Parliament. We did a pre-laying. First, minority they won the pre-laying. Pre-laying there. Inside the yazi Mbrano Baba Botugano. A special committee should look at it. Into the committee that looked at it, yes, subsidiary legislation committee. It is headed by the minority to serve as a check on government. Now they've deliberated and we built consensus on the key issues that would affect, manufacturers. It's been looked at and it's been resolved. So these are listening government, Omahin.
When you say it's been resolved, what does it mean? That now clarity is...
There's clarity, we've laid it. We laid it. That is one of the things that delayed me from coming. One of the things that delayed my coming was that airline.
So the expectation of the Ghanaian is that soon cement prices will be regulated or what?
No. What I'm saying is that I wouldn't want to be the spokesperson for the Minister of Trade. The nitty-gritties...
It's been done.
He has to come and do it. For the law, I have made sure that both sides have resolved and they've done it the way members of that community of traders, businessmen in that subsector would want it done for them.
Okay.
But as to the exact, let the trade minister.
Majority leader, let's talk a bit about your party, then we'll get to the youth bit and your constituency and we wrap up. Or time and new side. Don't say we pay any signals and more time. So we need to also understand you from that point. But to your party and matters happening, there seem to be a creeping level of indiscipline and utterances being healthy for the cohesion of your party. Key amongst the utterances is when the name of your running mate and the expression of certain views are some people feel that is not healthy for the party MPP.
Oh man, let sleeping dogs lie.
I say what you're saying.
The our ajibro, maybe I do know. Nyankopon na dum yenya ya tie wan se de obi enyu ho a oyo tie na enyi oya politicians here funny kakra. I am politicians they are funny. Sometimes I find it difficult to describe our own character and our behavior. They are funny. I the aza obi ape na son we nya ofi de nyimpo nya nyimpo deserve. It's funny, but that is how politicians behave. Politicians sometimes we are funny. I'm being honest, but let it remain like that. It's okay. Nyamina aduma Yoda. The processes will be triggered for a final decision. So we'll wait for that. But let me give you a little bit of history. You know, young tradition is a tradition of peers. The UP tradition now, it's become MPP today. It's a tradition of peers. In Tibasha, UJC Sinara and Kasana were establishing. It can history book. No history book, no political history would give you who the chairman of that party was. Only so was it Kwame Nkrumah bed on by one general secretary. Until young painful now, what's so part now? They were PS. One in our church on Adrian. So there is part of the party's culture. There be a pedo Adrian. Makede or Aruneseku. Otas na meta ben yezi nkomo pa no de bioka buzi na ben cabinet debates okay bitrem also look akachefu na wo dem won obi mpo feed onyimi che buzi a haru de seku no kan ose kwamena na midi easy okay na efutum osko afeniche mu wo school mu di lawyer mu di engineer mu na ato nti na buzi am afa am ebe mkompo in other words buzi na mpo no wombu ni bi obi that's MPP for you obi akachale you know center right ideology you must be well established yourself you must come on the table with something you must be somebody that is MPP so to manage such a political party you need a lot of tact wisdom and diplomacy hardball PR won't se from. So that is the nature of our party. Until somewhere, look at what happened to us in 79, where because of political ego and peer, you know, me paying because under normal somebody will say the power William were of the first generation. Until why there Victor Wusu a challenging, but at the end of the day, there were others who felt that look, you know, Yensu, we come on the table with something. So you realize that coming into 1992, no, in painful be what doing fast. Now one ma is in was it a leadership people two party no do. What started with them Dan Kwabuzia fan club. That is what saved us. But that's my son. The Mizina was it to do, and then now it moves Dan Kwabuzia tradition, Dan Kwabuzia Dombo tradition. Now it didn't be able to do. Otherwise, we'll be able to claim it there. Then grant tradition, this tradition and all that. That is what has helped us. But otherwise, our party is a party of peers. It has no single leadership there. One tree of leadership that everybody is worshipping. So like Nkrumah's CPP, everybody saw Nkrumah there. Nkrumah, that's the man. Rawlings, no matter what, the NDC saw the look. It is Rawlings and it's Rawlings. But yes and unto them, Inti as an Iwabuta na is a navigate why your leader. You know, obi to me catch the look. I want to put my party no mu. Ya wa efe bi wa fan mapa. Echi mecho mapan nase mecho mapa. Mapan na nase. But obi go to my catch the army me MPP in mapa chen. I wonder ben ebe. But nso wo tuni pay no. But ode nya abota. Onyi de ni nyina ahye webufu. Boja to masa. Nti MPP ya party bia was abota tinim. Only them ma obi o push you out. Obi kabibi no provoke anya abota. Na abompa da woso wombre boso. Ntemi za maka anyi de ye nuano ma egwa no ato won nde. Oye yam papa bra omia. Na onye ye bre the pain napo. That is if we complete the processes on Thursday. I don't expect surprises. I mean, from the way things are going, it appears that Onana, the crown prince, you know, Onana Azeno was a Manara. What I'm saying is that they should look at all these. That the party they are leading is a party of peers. I repeat, there must be a constant reminder that the party they are leading is a party of peers. Nti abuteri yenyina yebenya. Emi amitwe yo dubia MPs obi wa kanadwin tro bibi na say what's wa kanadwin akeke bi a tro kakra odubia ya bo pound for pound kakra na yewi ayare kosa because in the egugu su pie so egugu pie so na wo tru aford nto ya na wo so abo pound for pound kakra na yewi aye adwubro na yekoyenyim. So going into the 2024 elections, whatever the case is, flag bearer wafa no running mate yenya yekoyenyim yenti en wase de yenuanum NDC for na yen wokope. Our policies are far superior to theirs or NDC for. We should market it, reach out to the people, reach out to the grassroots. There NDC as a crow ya way in there, what our bold relationship be at the grassroots. That is one weakness of our tradition. And anytime our tradition had gone to the grassroots, we had.
Let me see. Let's catch it. Yes.
Anytime our tradition had gone to the grassroots, the results had become massive.
I see. So
you call grassroots.
Yeah, so you call grassroots. That's your party strategy. I don't want it. Yeah, leader. So Baumia goes into this election just like you questioned about what they are going with in terms of the NDC. Baumia goes into this election with which kind of policy? Just give me two of the policies. Two policies of Dr. Baumia.
One, he is proposing an advanced digitalization policy as a means to industrialize our country. And I would want to stay there. That is his major policy.
Digitalization.
Introducing an advanced form of digitalization, centering government policy on digitalization to advance the cause of the country, because it will be the basis
so
for
digitalization as a conduit.
Because it is, yes, it's a conduit. Because it is the way to go. If you do not digitalize, like today, you get to the airport and nobody is there to check you in. If you don't know how to check in using the electronics, you cannot board. Nobody will be there. Everything is machinery. Today, you can check in and choose your seat before you get to the airport. So you don't rush to the airport and all that. You can get there and just drop your bag. What he is saying is that with this advanced digitalization, it is also a platform for job creation, because a lot of the challenges we face in terms of job creation is because we, the human resource, we don't meet the market demand. If you have human resource with no matching skill for the demand of the market, now they will be unemployed, but the jobs will be there. His focus is for us to industrialize through digitalization. Now that means that we are preparing the population for the change, and once we fit into the change, we are able to develop the skill to create the opportunities. An example, people want to sell. I asked the lady over the weekend in Winneba. That's an example. Also, there will be real Nenzema one store. Inti says ya wakoto up. Inti ninzamanu gufie. Ena nkrofo order. Mishia obi so opamazi or a fashion designer. Also ni shop but often through social media. In a week, you know, all your sales about 3,000. You have a lot of restaurant more chop baby or Legon, Kwanodo, East Legon ho. Ne package fufu. Last 2 weeks, many uncle doctors say you crowd the case fufu. You could do, you know, and I want me I empty. Let me be said, na chop by we go also no, my minister they be honorable. Say me nana ba kote menchen. Onu kura ni phone. Into onu no ji order no. No do to social media. Ena yeah. Into you deliver ma nkrofo into motorbike is here. Into no major.
This question is on era of digitalization. That's
because that is the surest way to address the unemployment situation. If we have the skill, every sector of our economy requires a new skill. Which skill is anchored on digitalization.
Leader, it's always a pleasure to be talking to you, but just like I told you, time. I have a lot of questions for you. Maintaining exhausted here, but I need to just say thank you for your time. Won't even call without your constituency. How is your Asafu group doing?
Tough identify. Woma abochini here kraboshe oya asumdwe so. Nti mo bon wona bado. Aka wona yukwaze onchire biara. And so Asafu no one
we are part of the group, eh?
And you come yenya ya bobi.
When you my out to
No Asafu you say yesu I dey yesu. En intumina enka won wa bra insua ndwom no nya
drivers no dey omo obo no and are they not living up to expectations?
Oh man, you know they are not living up to kofu pimo wontua. And it's another major topic. Oh my mom 1 minute. 1 minute na menka. Share iron politicians in Ghana. Yanga say young Satan. We don't know where to do politics and when to address national issues. That's the problem of democracy now. In Kade, problem democracy in Kwe. And politicians must see the political class must see itself there. And was it true, whether you are in government or in opposition. We should know what the national issues are, and we should know the partisan political issues. It's a good question you've asked me. Say man kasa mukotokumi yene minjine yeya. Nka how would I survive? Adun keke. Ito kame nyimpa ontua ofi there when you know na when tu so wa said. No say to abobo ya. Ya to pragia. Ebinum so obotua. Echi nipa ya session is also honorable. Wontuo mi wa sales. Young brother or what Tema West, you know, I'm told or the Uber man, ne because we went to an origin one to Abaman. The level of impunity in Ghana, now you show. The level of impunity on my now you show. People must be made to be responsible. Look, government after government. Omayin is not because MPP were and NDC were if we don't address the impunity as a political class and allow people to be punished when they get it wrong, this country will continue to have challenges. Because an investment must be an investment. And something called consumption that is what if ame meto yama mezimo offering na ifreni no wentua yama ne kawa no be fufuru yama. How do I pay for it? Mpocho. If in my agbo moto, in my weedicide, in my farm inputs, na farmers and what on $1 no wentua. How do you go back? Because everybody feels there. Me a gun and you are ben azizi, aben aza. And I ain't being no one wa NDC. Obi a bona waka, no obey and partisan. MPP so obi abona waka why are the partisan, and people are gradually taking us down the drain. At the end of the day, oyanya politicians wo boyan sombo into wo boyan sombo so look under, because we have the authority to take the right decisions, but sometimes you're sure, but because of partisan political convenience into yanka Omayin is a major problem.
Okay, so one of our
it's a major problem.
finest broadcasters, Patricia Megashi, formerly of Radio Gold, also 7 hour can you are spot on. It's just the point.
I mean, Maka there, Obi ya Papa, Maka. So if I can't, and I've told my constituents, I want about abuse opportunity. In Kanka be Obiako police, no one say what's Obiako soldier. If you win about soldier, waka you be was Manka Pacho, Miss Amiko, Manka Pacho, Mawende, Makapa, Oye, Omayin, say, and Bolus vote, the Chronos say, you've seen what is happening in Kenya. The new general from Jay-Z, you've seen in Kenya.
Bolus vote.
Mr. You've seen what is happening in Kenya. If out of fear you don't correct your children, Sawoba, or your born and correcting, no jinsema that what you second word.
But that's what you've done.
So
that's what our judicial.
That's why we can start at any
been tainted.
We can start today. That's why I said that. Though I was about to leave, bringing in this question, I said let's pause and deal with it. And I'm challenging my brother here in NDC and my own colleague here in MPP, and I'm challenging you in the media that let's begin to talk about these things and get people to do the right thing. Aren't we careful in littering?
Extremely.
You won't even think of it.
Extremely.
Remember, why how on in namu boat namu boat and you there boat no mupam boat no 2010 bapemende emi kwam na mentu boat na ka meanwhile afofo na wo boat no mu no we sisa den no you face here make a job. And I know many people who have invested in people. Look, I know businessmen. Because I'm in the private sector, let me tell you something. There are businessmen in Ghana who are saying that they are keeping their monies in treasury bill. Because Obo Enejuma Obogu. I know real estate developers. Work for workers from Togo, work for Togolese tilers, mason, full POP full. Now Burkinabes have also entered the market. Nigerian youth have entered the market. When you ask them what's there, young Ghanaian youth in Dobejuma, Azicha Omba. Because we show them Cananima about to abate him. Nothing is saying any comments in about the politician. Wait, Jessica.
Okay, so some few text messages.
I think we need to address this.
We will.
It's not a matter of
we will.
MPP, NDC. And because we don't address it as a political class, and we think we are now benefiting from it because you went there for unemployment. I don't know what to Obama. When you come into the power, the attitude will not change. It will get worse.
The same situation.
And one day. We may not contain, we will not be able to contain it. So let's address the impunity in the country.
So I was going to ask,
let's get our people to be hardworking. Let's join home.
Honorable Vondi, Mufan Chairman, wrap up. So the former National Security Coordinator says that 2025 should be a fresh page for this country because
it should even be now. The fresh page should be now. And we, the politicians, MPP, NDC, must say that these are the national issues. Isn't the NDC aware? Isn't the MPP aware that a lot of the youth in construction sites are non-Ghanaians? Are they not aware?
Togolese.
Don't they see that it's a security threat? If today, what's the demonstration be, you find them attacking government. If MPP, NDC comes to power tomorrow, the same thing. So why don't we start a program, an orientation to psych them that look, this is your country, this is our country, let's build it. Let's begin to shape opinion, attitude, and the behavior of our people. Can't we act collective on that? That because we think that my benefits,
leader,
our benefits, so we will speak.
Okay, so my greetings to the workaholic majority leader, Honorable AFENYO Markins, and tell him the MPP and the diaspora are in full support of Dr. Bawumia and Post Choice, and then they are saying that long live the new MPP. President of Denmark, Kennedy appeared the way, but Guy G also writes to say that digitalization majority leader talking about the digitalization majority leader is talking about is the way forward. Ghanaians should also expect DND's land digitalization, which will promote transparency in the land records in Ghana. My regards to the majority leader, Guy G, the Dewediaba. And Patricia Megashi says that you are spot on. Frank Nimose, digitalization is the key. I work at a parking garage in New York, and I trust if you don't know anything about digital, you can't even move most of the cars. I pity most of our mechanics in the near future, Oman. And he says, good evening, boss. Another one gets to Nana Amponsa Bidiakun, says, Honorable AFENYO Markins is saying, what Honorable AFENYO Markins is very true today. Most people are deliveries and it's booming very fast. The youth should engage in online business and they won't regret. Nana Amponsa Bidiakun Guy G. Okay, so Gaji talks about a correction. He says that Jay-Z, not but Gen Z. Okay, so Gen Z stands for Generation Z. Okay, so Guy, thank you for what you just
Gen Z. That's the new generation.
Okay, so lots of the messages, lots because Facebook they answer it. Central region, okay, for it's falling for the MPP.
Oh, from what we have done so far and what I'm seeing, if we manage to strategize on it, we would come home with no less than 14 seats.
Central region?
Yes. It's coming from me. I'm saying that with what I am seeing and what we've done so far, if we work at these things well, we should come home with no less than 14 seats.
I see.
On your automatic, you have to work hard.
Okay.
To win an election, you need to cultivate relationship. You need to nurture it. We need to work hard at it. And Mr. Efutu youth there, the new Efutu dream, has no room for impunity.
The new Efutu dream
has no room for impunity.
Vote 2% increasing.
No, forget about vote. If we do, no. He's asking. That's a devil's advocate. Don't worry, that's where he put it. Those who understand me, Debbie, it's okay. Those who want the right thing to be done, those who want a transformed Efutu, will not say that MP parenting to Abaman. Look, we used to have an MC in Winneba called Ticheni.
Yeah.
He was respected because he was very strict.
Okay.
No, teacher you know him? He was a very respected MC in Winneba because makwan for indiscipline.
Right.
So let's embrace it. That is a dream of Efutu.
Thank you.
No room for impunity. Na impuntu nembra. Youth na mamo aboboya for ye djuma tuaka na wunye bi. Iko police, iko soldier. We pay me kakana zidun kakanka manka ye yi na wonche na nka de ekwa mpiwona wa akapacha obi ankapacha mo.
All right.
Say one more dwet the feti gwa shemu dwet 1000 won saka woza menka jine wi ankada na mabaya.
Okay.
Ye bio.
All right.
Ye djumazin na okomanzo. That is a new message. Ye djumazin. Ejumazin
na commando.
Ye djumadin na commando. Eza wuye djumade said ye beye komkedo
fasa fu nyumba ko sori fasa ila fasa fu
leader do
fasa fu nyumba ko sori
fasa asa fu nyumba do ju wansa na awome awome owose bokwe ekwa adibwadu ama sobeyo sonkeyo ama wojimo oya chile achile oya nchemasem ose yara sunfa sobeyo sonkeyo yedu semo